I'm your favorite physics teacher, TS sir, a teacher by choice, not by chance. Welcomes you all to another wonderful motivational seminar on a very hot topic. Recently, the Cricket World Cup 2023 has got concluded and somehow India lost. So let's see 5 lessons for students from India's losing Cricket World Cup 2023. Let's see them one by one. First, how you finish is more important than how you start. I am repeating it. How you finish is more important than how you start. In this Cricket World Cup, India started on a very high note. India went on to win all the 10 matches in the sequence. In league stages, India was the undefeated team, whereas all other teams had been defeated at least twice. Australia, the other finalist, was defeated twice. Australia in its first match was defeated from India. Australia could not even cross 200 run mark in the first match with India. So, India started with a very high note, winning all the games until it lost the final game. Whereas Australia, although initially it suffered 2 defeats, it continued and it could manage to win the final game. So ultimately what matters is whether you won the final match or not. So India started on a very high note only to be defeated in the final match. Therefore, how you finish is more important than how you start. Although Australia could not start properly, but it ended up winning the final match, which matters the most. Second point, how you utilize whatever you have is more important than what you have. Most of the time, we worry, we cry, we yell about not having the perfect situation in our life. We want to study from the best teacher. We want to study from the best coaching center. We want to study in the best city. It's not about having the best opportunities in our life. It is about what we make up of whatever we are having in our life. We may not be having the best teacher, but have we learned, have we heard, and have we practiced what our teacher have taught us? We may not be having the best books, but have we completed the book which we have? We may not be living in the best city, but have we utilized our day properly in whatever city we are making? You may not be having the best batsman, the best bowler of the world, the best all-rounder of the world, but still you can win the match. Australia taught it. When the final match was going on, India had so many rankers. India had Mohammad Siraj, who ranked number 1 in ODI bowlers list. India had Jadeja, who ranked number 1 all-rounder. India had Shubman Gill, who ranked the best batsman in the world. But still, Australia could win. So it is not about having the best opportunities, having the best talents, having the thing what we dream in our life. It is about whatever you have, how you are utilizing that. Next, the third point, yesterday's victory doesn't guarantee today's victory. I am repeating it. Yesterday's victory doesn't guarantee today's victory. India had won 10 matches, but that doesn't guarantee that today in the final match India win. So you had performed nicely in last matches, you had won. Today if you perform nicely, you will win today. So your today's results, it will matter, it will depend on how you perform today. It won't depend, or it doesn't depend on how you had performed in the last match. So now the present exam which is going to come, the present test which is going to come, the final exam which is going to come, it will depend on how you are performing now. It doesn't depend on how you had performed in your class 10th board exam, how you had performed in your class 12th board exam. Today's victory will depend on today's performance. It doesn't depend on yesterday's performance. It doesn't depend on yesterday's victory. That's what we learned from India versus Australia final. India had won all the matches in past. That doesn't guarantee India will win the final match. Coming to the fourth lesson, winning a game doesn't depend on your performance alone, but it depends on your performance in comparison to others. India had scored 240 runs in the final match. So it is not about how you have performed. How was your performance in relationship with others' performance. Was it sufficient? Was it a good score? No. Similarly, we might be studying and everyone thinks that he is working very hard. But the reality is someone is working harder than you. Generally, from my experience, I am telling, the NEET aspirants to whom I train, they complete their class 12th and then they come to me. And they get trained under me for the NEET exam. So they stay with me around 10 months or 11 months. And in those 8 or 10 months period, I have to teach them the course content which is of 2 years. Now, someone somewhere has started preparing from class 11th onwards to appear for entrance exams at the end of class 12th. So someone has prepared for 2 years and someone is preparing for 8 months. And even in those 8 months, we have Dasara vacation, we have Diwali vacation, we have Christmas vacation, we have sister's marriage, we have a brother's marriage. So when we are enjoying our life, someone somewhere is going ahead of us. So the final result not only depends on our performance, but our performance in comparison to others' performance. So in 8 months period, we want to find holidays. We want to do the minimum and get the maximum. Someone is giving his maximum. Who deserves victory? Most of the time students ask me, sir, can you give us those tips and tricks so that I want to work minimum and I want to get maximum? And there are some other students, those who come to me and ask, sir, tell me that thing which has to be something more than what other people have learned. If 21 lakh students are going to appear for NEET, then one student comes and asks me, sir, tell me something which other 20 lakh people have not learned. Tell me that something. It may be that little bit extra, but it is extra. It is over and above what others have learned. And then another student comes and asks me, sir, tell me those tips and tricks. I don't want to do hard work. I want to do smart work. See, in the name of smart work, we want to be lazy. So if in the name of smart work, we don't want to do hard work, we want to be lazy, then there is someone waiting who wants to know that little extra than what all other students are preparing. So who deserves success? The one who wants to prepare for that extra, or one who wants to take a shortcut and gain maximum by putting minimum efforts? So last but not the least, learning to tolerate failures in life is as important as learning to celebrate success. In today's culture, everyone, everywhere is learning how to celebrate success. Learning to tolerate failure or teaching students how to tolerate, how to accept failures in life is considered to be pessimism. It is not pessimism. It is reality of life. Whoever you may be, every day doesn't go fine. At present, when India was playing the final match, India was the rank 1 team in ODI cricket, India was the rank 1 team in Test cricket, and India was the rank 1 team in T20 international cricket. But still, India lost the final game. So, whoever he may be, success and failures are part of life. Even the best team has to suffer defeat when it is not his day. Everyone has their day. So one may be the best person in his field, but still on some day he has to accept failure. Every day doesn't go as you expect. So it's important to learn how to accept failure, how to accept failures as stepping stone to success, how to see failures as part of life and go ahead in life. In the present culture, there is no one practically to teach you how to learn, to tolerate, to accept failures in life. Recent suicides in Kota bears testimony to this fact that nowhere it is taught how to accept defeats in life, how to see failures and defeats in life as part of life. In this material world, in any game, if one team has to win, then the other team has to lose. Winning of the game by one team implies loss of the game by another team. We need to tolerate. we need to learn how to accept defeats in life. And the Cricket World Cup teaches us that.